Blue, what inning is it? Oh, I need your phone. All right, we swing back to the top of the order. Number 1, Juan, is at the plate. He's got runners on first and third. And in softball, we start with a 1-1 count. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and lined to right center field. It's hanging in the air. It's going to be caught, but tagging is the runner on third, and he comes in to score. And that brings Peter Paul, number 53, to the plate. Runner on first. And the 1-1 is taken outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch is up and in. Peter's got a 3-1 count now. And the 3-1 is a called strike. That's going to bring the count full. The payoff pitch swung on and grounded to the shortstop. The tag to second is going to end the inning. And the Eagles score at least 1.
That's 2, guys. You only had 1 on our batter.
Now some clarification on the scores. We'll see what they say. It's the Eagles versus the Angels on this beautiful Sunday. It is June 23rd. Scores 3-3. Write that down, please. Bottom of the second. Okay. 3-3, bottom second. And the leadoff hitter is aboard for the Angels here in the bottom of the second. The score is tied 3-3. First pitch is outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. And there's a swing and a chopper to the third baseman. The throw over the second is in time. The flip to first is not. The lead runner is out. We have 1 away, but a runner on first here in the bottom of the second. Now here is number 10, Benson. It was Babilo who reached first on the fielder's choice. We have 1 out. Benson at the plate. And the first pitch is swung on and lined to right center field. That's going to drop for a base hit. So now runners on first and second. 1 out for number 2, Marvell. So Jay Marvell now at the plate. Runners on first and second. The go-ahead run stands in scoring position. First pitch is taken too high. 2 balls and 1 strike. One away here in the bottom of the second. The pitch is low. 3 balls and 1 strike to Marvell. And the 3-1 pitch is going to be taken and A walk has been issued. That's going to load the bases for number 5, Peters. Peters got the bases jammed, and he takes the first pitch outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch is outside. Peters being very selective here. He knows that he's going to have to come in the zone if they do not want to walk in the go-ahead run. So now the pitch is a good one. It's swung on, popped up, and foul. 3-2. It's got to be fair now. If it fouls, he's out. A sure strike coming in here. Sean Peters swings and lines one to the shortstop, Paul Peters, and it's through the infield. 1 run's going to score, and the tie has been broken. It is now 4-3. Angels lead in the bottom of the second. There's still 1 away. Now here is Henry Wang, number 35, the leadoff hitter. And the first pitch is going to be taken for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count here with the bases loaded. Bottom of the second. The pitch swung on and lined hard through the infield. 1 run's going to score, and another's being sent in. Here comes the throw to third, and he is out. So a double for Henry Wang. That's going to score 2. The runner gets thrown out at third, so that leaves a runner on second with 2 outs. The score is now 6-3, and now there's a line drive to left field by Cabello, and it's going to be caught. Wow, a fantastic play by the left fielder to end the inning and limit the damage. The score remains 6-3 heading into the top of the third.
Blue 6-3. Oh, baby, get started, huh? Pick that ball, your pitch.
First pitch of the top of the third is swung on and popped up center field, and it's going to be caught. Wow, a fantastic play, over the shoulder grab, and the leadoff hitter is going to be out. Wow, fantastic play again. The ball was going over the head. He misread the ball. It carried, but he somehow turned his back to the field, I guess in honor of Willie Mays. And that was a fantastic Mays-esque catch. So now 1 away here in the top of the third. First pitch is going to be lined hard for a single to right field. That gets through. It was Jack who popped up and won. The cleanup hitter, number 24, who reaches on a hard single to right field. Now batting is number 15, Lee. Lee, the 5-hole hitter, looks at a pitch and fouls it off of the backstop. A very hearty swing by the hardy batsman. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that is skied to left field, high up there, and it is going to drop. Moving over to second safely is Juan. So now there's runners on first and second here in the top of the third with 1 away. Here's Demi, number 14. He swings and grounds one to the shortstop, who steps on second, throws over to first, and it's over his head, so they're going to get the lead runner 2 away. But reaching safely is Demi at first. So runners on first and third now, here in the top of the third. The score remains 6-3, with the possible tying run at the plate. That's represented by number 20, Jason. The pitch is taken. It's on the plate for a strike. 1-2 the count. That one was inside. Now it evens the count. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch is even further inside, and Jason is going to draw the walk. That loads the bases for number 87, Ray. Ray, a left-handed batsman, steps into the box. Bases loaded. He represents the go-ahead run. The first pitch is inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch is a called strike, 2-2, to the displeasure of Ray. He points to where it was. And now that's inside, so the count is now full for Ray. The payoff pitch, swung on and missed, and that is going to end the inning on strikes. So the score is going to remain 6-3 heading into the bottom of the third. The Angels are due up to bat. Leading off is the 3-hole hitter for the Angels, number 6, Hernandez. First pitch is inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. And there's a line drive up the middle, base hits. Hernandez is aboard with a single to lead off the bottom of the third. Angels still lead 6-3. Here is number 13, Richardson. Richardson has a runner on first, nobody out. And there's a high fly ball, right field, and tailing way foul. It was a high ball that just kept soaring. And now the outfielders have returned to their positions. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch is swung on and lined deep left field. And it's going to be caught by the left fielder. I guess they got the scouting report. 1 away here in the bottom of the third. And as hard as that ball was hit, the left fielder was perfectly in place to make the play. They knew who was at the plate. So now, number 17 steps Schmitz. First pitch is a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the counts. Runner on first, still 1 away. And there's a ground ball to shortstop Peter Paul, who makes the play. Flips over to second. They get the lead runner. Fantastic play by Peter Paul at shortstop. Catching it on the short hop and making the quick flip. 2 away now here in the bottom of the third. Schmitz is going to reach on a fielder's choice. They had no time to flip over to first to complete the double play. Now, swinging at the first pitch is number 30, Morales, and that's going to drop for a base hit in the left field. Rounding second is Schmitz, and he is going to make it to third. Very risky play that paid off for the Angels here in the bottom of the third. That's going to put runners on first and third. with 2 outs. Angels lead 6-3. Now batting is number 24, Banners. And a ground ball up the middle, base hit. That's going to score at least 1. It looks like the second runner is being waved in. The throw not nearly in time. The score is now 8-3. Angels lead here in the bottom of the third after a 2-out, 2 RBI single by Banners. Now batting is number 21, Cranter. My apologies, Kramer. Or Kramer. Kramer takes the first pitch. He's got a runner on first with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. And that's going to be outside. Kramer being very patient at the plate here. He's got a very comfortable lead. Waiting for a pitch that he can mash. And that pitch is right on the plate. Kramer draws the walk. That's going to put runners on first and second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Now stepping to the plate's number 38, Babilo. And the first pitch is swung on and popped up. It's going to stay on the infield, and it's going to be caught by the second baseman after juggling it. Close call, but the inning is now over. The score is 8-3 heading into the top of the fourth. This is my sister Paige, by the way. Paige. It's the Lopez brothers. So how you guys doing, man? Did you both run the marathon? Oh, okay. I don't know if I sent you guys the link. I did this for the high school.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm doing this now here, trying to see how much I can get my
It's so cool. Like, having a commentator for.
First pitch is going to be lined to left and caught. Not exactly in the left field, caught by the third baseman. Good swing, though, by the leadoff hitter for the Eagles. Number 28, Nicky, he's going to be out. So we swing back around to the leadoff hitter. Number 1 is Juan. He steps up to the plate. Nobody on. 1 out. And he takes the first pitch for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. It's 3-1 the count now. And Juan is going to draw the walk. That puts a runner on first for Peter with 1 out here in the top of the fourth. First pitch is taken for a ball. 2-1 the count now. And the ground ball up the middle. That's going to get through for a base hit. Rounding second is Juan. He's going to make it to third. And Peter's going to stretch a single into a double. Now Juan's rounding third, and he's going to score. 8-4 Eagles as they stay in this game. All hustle, no giving up. An 8-4 deficit is nothing when it comes to men's softball. They can score round and around in this league. Now there's a ground ball to the third baseman. It's going to get through for a base hit right into left field. And Peter's rounding third, and he's playing hard. He's going to score. 8-5 the score is now. Eagles trailing by 3. A base hit by number 16, Jack. Cuts the deficit to 3. Now here's the cleanup hitter, number 24, Juan. He steps up into the box. First pitch is 2 feet in front of home plate. That's a ball, 2-1. Still only 1 out here in the top of the fourth. Runner on first. And there's another ball outside. 3-1 the count. And there's a line drive to right field, and it's over the head of the right fielder, and it's into the field of the next game that's being in play. It reaches second base of field number 2 here in Moscone Fields, and that is going to be an easy walking home run for the cleanup hitter, number 24, Juan. And the score, all of a sudden, is now 6-7. 2 have scored. And just like that, the Eagles are within striking distance of tying this game. So it's 8-7, I beg your pardon. Now batting is number 15, the 5-hole hitter Lee. He's got the bases cleared with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. And the first pitch is going to be outside, 2-1. And that is fouled out of play and bounces off of a light post and bounces back into play. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count to Lee. He's got nobody on. Top of the 4th with 1 out. Now he mashes that one in the left center field. That's going to be an easy base hit as he cruises into first. That's going to bring up number 14, Demi. So Demi steps in, number 14. And it's a 1-1 count. First pitch is swung on and softly lined just behind second base. That's going to drop for a base hit. Lee's going to stop at second, so now first and second are in the top of the 4th. Now batting is number 20, Jason. They still only got 1 out. The go-ahead run is on first. And the pitch is outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Big Daddy, number 16, hustles over to first to coach it. Now it's popped up. It's going to stay in the infield, and it's going to fall. And it looks like the batter is called out as the catcher was attempting to make the play. I'm not too sure about that call. The runner really had nowhere else to go, but either way, the call stands. The runner is out on the infield fly. Oh, it could have been an infield fly anyways because the runner's on first and second. So now there's 2 outs, top of the 4th. 8-7, the Angels lead. And the first pitch is chopped right back to the pitcher. Let's see if the pitcher can make a play. The throw over to first is safe. The bases are loaded here in the top of the 4th for the Eagles. Now batting is going to be the lefty, number 28, Nicky. I beg your pardon. He is a righty. So number 28 steps to the plate with the bases loaded, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. The Eagles trail 8-7, and the first pitch is swung on and skied to left field. That's going to be trouble. It's in the Bermuda Triangle, but it's the shortstop who makes the over-the-shoulder grab and ends the threat. The Eagles have attacked, though. It is 8-7 still, as that last out was caught. So the bases loaded opportunity is squandered. Bottom of the 4th coming up.
Did you guys have plans today? So I was supposed to go to but the girl rescheduled.
Oh, okay.
So
But at least you rescheduled. At least you
yeah.
rescheduled, right?
So I couldn't cancel my reservation. So those just came. So I had the game is dead.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Sweet. At least you guys had some bonding time, right?
So is this part of the league or just like your own thing?
Yeah, no, this is a league. So this whole thing's a league. So I'm trying to like pitch my services. This is like my demo game.
Yeah.
So I'm just doing them for free right now. But I'm gonna send it out to all of like the commissioner. Yeah. Just asking who wants me. You know?
Yeah.
For the summer. There's the World Series. So this is actually a league. This is a gay softball.
Oh.
The gay softball World Series is in October in Las Vegas.
Oh,
So I wanna try to make it out to Vegas and try to call that shit. But I know, right? So that's why I'm trying to build up, like, cause it's totally different from baseball.
Yeah.
But here, hold on. 2-2 the count now after the first pitch was fouled and the succeeding pitch was called a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes for the Angels. Number 10 Benson is gonna hit a soft ground to the second baseman, who throws over to first, but is fumbled by the first baseman. So Benson's going to reach safely to lead off the inning. That brings number 2, Marvell, to the plate. There's about 20 minutes left in this game. We're past the halfway mark. 50-minute time limit. First pitch is a ball for Marvel. And that pitch is illegal, as the pitch has to be at least 6 feet tall. The umpire makes that judgment. Basically, the pitch has to reach the height of the pitcher's head for it to be a legal pitch. If it's lower than that, it's an illegal pitch. Now, line back to the pitcher. He's going to throw to second to get the lead runner out. The flip to first is not in time. And so Benson is out at second. Marvel is going to reach on the fielder's choice. Great play by the pitcher, fielding that comebacker and fielding it very clean. Here's number 5, Peters. He's got 1 out with a runner on first here in the bottom of the 4th. The pitch is going to be grounded to the shortstop, caught by Peter. Out at second, the flip to first is not in time, so 2 away. And that's going to bring the leadoff hitter, Henry. It's very hard to turn a double play on these fields. They are less than 90 feet. And with the speed of a lot of these base runners, turning a double play can be very tricky, especially with the size of the softball. It just is not as conducive to a quick transfer. Now the first pitch to Henry is a called strike. 1-2 the count now, with a runner on first. Now it's swung on and fouled way out of play. And it looks as if this isn't a foul out regulation game. So Henry able to foul out the ball with 2 strikes. He stays in there, 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch is inside. 2-2 now. Henry Wang, number 35, leadoff hitter. Now he grounds one to the second baseman, who fields it cleanly and flips to first to end the inning. A scoreless inning. Great defense by the Eagles. As we head into the top of the 5th, the score remains 8-7.
About baseball is like, you know, it's so hard. But with this, I can really, like, my biggest struggle with baseball was like reacting to where the pitch was. Like, oh, there's a hit to left field. You know? But here it's like you see it so often. It's like, okay, that's left field, that's right field. Oh yeah. So it's like so slow. No, it's faster. Like the pace of the pitch is slower, but the pace is so fast. Like look how like it's like hit after hit, and they start with a 1-1 count. So it really forces action.
Top of the 5th now, Eagles at the plate. The first pitch is way inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. The leadoff hitter, number 1, is looking to score 1 as they are down by 1, 8-7. The 2-1 pitch is inside, 3 balls and 1 strike. And the 3-1 is a called strike. Juan clearly taking all the way. He had one hand on the bat as the bat rested firmly on his shoulders. Now the payoff pitch is going to be inside, and Juan draws the leadoff walk. He's going to end up on first for number 53, the shortstop, Peter Paul. Peter Paul represents the go-ahead run here with no outs in the top of the 5th, and the first pitch is a called strike. 1-2 the count now. As the catcher airmails the softball. It's hard to throw a softball if you've never done it before. Baseball is just much more easier on the fingers. And now Peter Paul lines one up the middle for a base hit. Rounding second is Juan, and he's going to stop at third. First and third now with nobody out for the Eagles, and we smell a rally coming for number 16, Jack. Jersey name Big Daddy. So now he steps into the box. And the pitch is inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Now the pitch is going to be hooked way foul, and that looks like it was almost in the street. We pray for the windshields of every car at every ball game here. Thankfully, our prayers have worked on that pitch. The ball stays on the other side of the fence, but the count's now 2-2 to Jack Big Daddy. Number 16, the 3-hole hitter. He's got runners on first and third, nobody out. They're down by 1, and the pitch is way inside. The count is now full to Big Daddy. And the payoff pitch swung on and lined into left field. That's a base hit. The tying run is going to come in to score. Jack with a single. He stands there. Peter stops at second. Runners on first and second in this tie ball game here in the top of the 5th. Nobody out for the cleanup hitter. Number 24, Juan. He hit a home run into the infield of field number 2. We're on field number 1 here in this square of baseball diamonds. First pitch is inside, 2-1. Now he lines another one close to where it was hit in his last at bat. The right fielder catches it on a hop and fires it quickly into the infield. Now Paul is going to round third, and he comes in to score. The Eagles lead 9-8. Great heads-up base running by Peter Paul. He saw the wild throw. The right fielder missed his cutoff man, and Paul quickly taking advantage of that mistake, sees the hang time, and scores from second on that single. So now it's first and second. Batting is Lee, number 15. Eagles lead 9-8 here in the top of the 5th. Now a line drive back to the pitcher off of his glove and into shallow center field. Jack is rounding third. He's going to come in to score, so everybody just trades places. Runners on first and second still with nobody out. And the score is 10-8, Eagles lead. Here's number 14, Demi. He takes the first pitch for a called strike. 1-2 the counts. And the catcher again making his pitcher run. One job, the pitcher says. He reminds him. Catcher's probably the best position on the field of a men's softball diamond. Now there's a tapper to the first baseman. He's going to field himself. Flip the pitcher, who gets the out at first. Great PFP there. The first baseman had to field the grounder to the left of the bag, or to his right, I beg your pardon. The pitcher came over, fielded his position, and recorded the out. So a productive at-bat, however, as runners are now on second and third with 1 out. In the top of the 5th, a line drive into right field is foul by number 20, Jason. So Jason's got a 1-2 count early, but he's got runners on second and third. 10-8, the score here in the top of the 5th with 1 out. With his low crouch, and he's going to take inside. Jason does. Jason's got a low, scary crouch. He's about ready to attack, and he swings and misses. And that is going to be the second out of the inning. Swing you later. Now batting is number 87, Ray. First pitch to Ray is outside. 2-1 the count, as he is very selective. This left-handed batsman is. Runners on second and third. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. The 2-1 pitch is way inside. 3-1. And if those of you are wondering what happens if you get hit by a pitch in men's softball, they laugh at you for not getting out of the way. Now there's a swing and a ground ball to the second baseman. It gets through for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. And an RBI 2-out single for Ray. That brings the score 11-8. Runners on first and third with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Here is number 28, Nikki, with a chance to add cushion to their lead. And the pitch is inside for a ball. 2-1 the count. Lots of dust storms in this field today as the 2-1 pitch is out of the zone again. 3-1 the count. And finally, Nicky draws the walk. That's going to jam the bases for the leadoff hitter, Juan. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 11-8, the Eagles lead here in the top of the 5th. And the first pitch is outside. 2-1 the count. Juan now takes inside. 3-1 the count. Good hitters count for the leadoff batsman as he has the bases loaded. And the pitch swung on and lined the left center field, and it's going to be caught by the center fielder. Another bases loaded threat is neutralized as we head into the bottom of the 5th. The score is 8-11. The Eagles lead.
I played with them in San Jose. It's so hard. Like I swear. So when I swung, the fish wasn't even there yet. It was still up there. So you have to pump like 3 times.
Yeah. It was high school. We didn't have baseball, so we just throw pitch off.
Oh, so you're good at this, aren't you? Hell yeah. You guys went to ISM, right?
Yeah. And then for our last year, we switched to something baseball.
Yeah.
And we had no idea how to hit the viewer.
I know. Well, if you play softball, then you guys are good. Yeah. So,
You know, friends.
Brittany's, I mean, it's fine. Like, you got girls. There are some girls on the other team, and I played with them in San Jose. I mean, it's organized by the gay community, but I don't know. Yeah, go right there.
Okay.
Yeah. I just went to San Francisco, so I mean, that's why it's a way to get a community, you know? Alright, I'll be right back. What are you guys doing now?
I got work.
Yeah, work? Okay. Alright, we'll plan a run someday.
Oh, yeah.
Good. We got about 10 minutes.
1-2 the count now to the leadoff Angels batter. 2-2 for Cabello, number 12. And Cabello draws the walk as he clarifies the count. Here's number 6, Hernandez, as he steps to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th. Nobody out, runner on first. And the first pitch is a called strike right over the inside half of the plate. 1-2 the counts. And Sean Hernandez is going to ground one to the shortstop, Peter Paul, but it's going to get by him in the shallow center. And now the runner is going to round second and stop at third. It was Cabello who's on third. Hernandez is on first. Nobody out. For the cleanup hitter, number 13, Richardson. And there's a hard hit ground ball to the shortstop who flips the second, and it's not going to be caught cleanly. 1 run's going to score. 11-9 the score is. Safe at second is Hernandez, and reaching on an error is Richardson at first. So nobody out. The go-ahead run is at the plate. And that is hit hard into left field, through the infield, and firing is the left fielder. Great throw to keep the runners from scoring, but that's going to load the bases as Richardson hits a screamer past the infield on the ground. Now batting is number 30, left-handed batsman Morales. With the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 5th, nobody out. 11-9, the Eagles lead. And Morales is going to pop one up and caught by the shortstop, Peter Paul. One away here in the bottom of the fifth. Eagles playing good defense. Good play by the shortstop, Paul. He's been getting the majority of the plays on the ground and some in the air today. Now the Angels batsman, Banners, is at the plate. And the first pitch is a ball. 2-1 the count. The bases are loaded still with one out. Inside again, 3-1. And fouled. Out of play. Score is the count. I beg your pardon. 3-2. The score is still 11-9. The go-ahead run stands on first base. The Angels looking to come back from behind here in the bottom of the fifth as they tap a ground ball up the middle, and it gets through for a base hit. One run's going to score. Another's being waved in. Moving over to third was the runner on first. So now it's a tie ball game. Excuse me. It is 11-10 as 2 runs score. 2 runs have scored on that base hit. Banners, 2 RBIs with that single. First and third, 1 out. And the pitch to Kramer is taken. Kramer takes a strike. And that pitch is going to be lined to center field, and it's over his head. The tying run is going to walk in. And the go-ahead run is being waved in. Kramer closely behind him. Kramer's being waved in. And a home run for Kramer is going to score 3. The score is now 13-11. The Angels lead. Wow, and that was just a hard hit ball that just kept carrying and carrying, and the center fielder had no chance to make a play on it. Went over his head. And just like that, the bases are cleared with 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth. And the Angels have a 2-run lead. And that ball is tapped slowly to the third baseman, who makes the cross diamond throw, and it's not going to be in time as it's off of the glove of the first baseman. Safe at first is going to be Babilo. Reaches safely at first. Now here is number 10, Benson. First pitch to Benson is going to be tapped to the second baseman, who flips the second to get the out. The flip to first, not in time. So they get the lead runner. 2 outs this inning, but safe at first on the fielder's choice is Benson. Now here's number 2, Marvell. 2 away, bottom of the fifth. Angels lead with 2 outs. And the pitch is outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 is going to be low and inside. 3-1 the count. Red light says the Angels hitting coach, so he's going to be taken all the way, and that lands right in there for a strike to bring the count full. 3-2. The pitch is going to be softly tapped to the second baseman, who makes the play, flips the first, and they're going to get the out. The inning is over, and the Angels have secured the victory as ball game is called. The time limit has been reached, and the score is 11-14. The Angels have taken the come-from-behind victory here in the bottom of the fifth. Thank you for tuning in, and join us on our next broadcast.